Welcome to Smart Conserver.
I remember showing you the barrel fountain I bought for the front of the yard. Well, it has been going great. You know, my only problem with it is it had me gravitating to the front of the yard to have my me time, only to be disturbed by passerby at times who decide to chit chat. Just imagine you're trying to relax with the sound of that water, only to be disturbed by people breaking that mood. Well, I decided to take my relaxation to the back, and I wanted a water feature that made the same sound, that splishing and splashing. There is a water feature to the back, but it is home to a turtle, and if that water is allowed to splash like that, to make the sound that I would want, he would play with it. So the water in the turtle pond was only allowed to bubble, and even with the bubble, he places his body on it many times. I needed something for me, so I searched in it for a small fountain I could buy and ship it in. Well, it had to be a small one, and also one that could be placed outdoor and convert to solar. Yes, remember, I'm not paying these light people to relax. I need to relax, not stress over the light bill that it's incurring. In my search on the internet, I found a number of fountains that I liked, but the reviews were troubling. I finally found one, but the description stated container not included. The fountain was bamboo and it was lovely with the container they displayed it with. I decided to buy the fountain as it was easy to be converted to solar and take on the challenge to build a similar container. So that's a DIY. Building this container, I have little to none masonry skills and no mold. So the brain started to work and the research started until the solution was found. In order to make the container, I needed a cocoa leaf, one big enough to make the form of the container. I needed also a stone texture spray for the outside of the container and 3 pieces of half-inch pipe to make sure the fountain sits in place. So now I set out to search for someone who lives in the area who can give me a huge cocoa leaf plant or a huge cocoa plant leaf. Natalie and her husband came to the rescue and they provided me a beautifully large cocoa leaf, nicely packaged and transported. Thanks, Mr. and Mrs. You greatly helped a challenger fulfill a task. To make the container, the 3 half-inch pipes were placed together and wet sand was mounted on them, making the desired shape for the huge leaf to be placed on top. My mixture of concrete included perlite, not a lot, all-purpose sand and cement. I could not add a lot of perlite as I did not want the container to be porous. I just wanted it to be light in weight. Being satisfied of the height of the wet sand mount, I placed the leaf on the sand and started to apply the concrete. After adding one layer of the mixed concrete, a layer of chicken mesh was added just for support, then another layer of concrete was added over that. It took me about 30 minutes to complete the application of concrete to the leaf. Then I left it to dry for 48 hours. Periodically, I would throw water on it. You know, I realize that when working with concrete for some do-it-yourself project, it cannot be rushed, as you want whatever it is that you are making to cure properly, not crack up. You see why I don't do things for people? As it must be dried slowly and too much exposure to the sun can cause cracks. So until it's dried, I will continue the video to show you the next step and even the finished product.
You have come to the end of another series. Join us next time for more ways to conserve.